Welcome to the Sav Show. It's not a super fun, enjoyable welcome to this one, but it's a welcome nonetheless. I sat down at my chair right here in front of this camera phone with this microphone right in front of my face, and I wanted to shoot some content around the UFC from the weekend. I wanted to talk specifically about Izzy, the storyline, overcoming the kind of adversity that he overcame. And as I sat here, I realized that darkness slash doubt slash, gremlins were kind of creeping into my head. And I kind of looked at them like with my subconscious, and I looked at them and I said, yeah, fair enough. I'm not going to do the work. And I put my head on my desk, like right here. And I lay there for like a minute or so, maybe a couple minutes. And I convinced myself that I was not going to do the work. Somehow I managed to convince myself that the work wasn't important, that taking the easy route was the way to go today, that I didn't have to show up. I could give myself a pass. And you know what? All of that's true. Like, I could have given myself a pass. I was up at 6 a.m. I went for a walk. I've done an hour and a half of riding this morning. I've been to the gym. I've done a bunch of study. Like, I've done a bunch of really positive things for my life and the path that I'm on today already. So I could have given myself a pass and no one would have known. Not one single person would have known, except me. I would have known. And, I had a plan. Last night, I sat with my journal and I put together a plan right here. You can't see it if you're listening to the audio. There's a plan right here of exactly how I wanted today to go, my ideal day. And I wrote all this down, and it's a great looking plan. I'm just going to show it to the camera right now. It's a great looking plan. It's scheduled out, everything looks nice, blah, 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 blah. But what isn't in that plan is what's in here. What mental kind of battles are going on, what self-talk is happening, what inputs or, run-ins that I'm going to have today that I haven't accounted for that I might need to deal with. And as I've had one of these just now, I have realized, that not only is that content, not that I want everything to be content, but at the end of the day, like, I create this stuff for my past self. Dan Coe talks about creating content or creating business around your avatar, your ideal avatar being your previous self. That way you can always create from a place of purpose and fulfillment, because you're creating stuff that resonates with you, and that is going to solve problems for someone who is or was just like you. So, I guess that's what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to a previous version of me, and I'm not talking like 15 years ago. I'm talking a version of me from maybe only 18 months ago that would have had this feeling arise just now in this moment and have given into it because he realized that, he's ticked a bunch of stuff off and that's enough, but it's not enough. Not in a way that like objectively it's not enough. Like objectively, I guess it is enough, but subjectively and for the life that I'm trying to create and the legacy that I'm trying to build and the people that I'm trying to help and the content that I'm trying to create, for all of those reasons, it's not enough. And when I realized that, and it's crazy, it just came to me like it was such a fucking roller coaster, and it happened just here. The doubt crept in, And then the voice of perseverance, the voice of resilience, he snuck in and said, shut the fuck up. He literally said, stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch. You got work to do. You got some shit to prove to yourself. You got some shit to create for people out there that need a voice, that need championing, that need reason, that need a light or something to follow. You know, there is someone out there that needs to hear this, that if you're not feeling up for it, that is okay. Do what you can with what you got. Rest, come back tomorrow and do it again. That's what I am taking from this moment right here. That it's okay. Like, the doubt's going to creep in. Like, you never, like, even, you know, just to touch on the Izzy point for a second, he got asked a question about, you know, in the lead up to the fight, you know, did any doubt ever creep in? You know, this guy's beaten you 3 times, you know, you lost your championship, you lost your belt, kind of. He said, you know what? I'm human. Some of that shit obviously is going to creep in. He didn't go all the way with it. Like, he only subtly hinted at it, but then he kind of kept skating along in you know, typical Izzy fashion, and he went straight into the monologue of like, no, but I'm the hero. You know, I've watched too much anime. I'm gonna come back. The human mind is such a powerful thing, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And he's right. Like, that shit is real. The doubt is real. It's gonna creep in. It's gonna take you hostage. It's just whether or not, and this is up to you. This is always going to be up to you. You're going to do something about it. Okay? In this moment right here, I chose to not let it take me hostage. I chose to fight back. I choose to do the work. I hope you do too. Catch you next week on The Sav Show.